Yes, kids, welcome to another episode of CinemaScore. As always, I am your host, your boy, and beside me is my beautiful co-host, Creature.
What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Hope
What do
everybody.
you got for us this evening?
Well, running on fumes, brother. Work with me tonight. Just let you know. I ain't slept. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
sleep.
work. We're gonna work.
So, all right. Here's what we got on this week. Where do you store your dad jokes?
Where where do you store your dad jokes?
Yep. Where do you store your dad jokes?
Where?
In a database.
So bad it's good.
Well, no. Hey, my
All right. Well,
girlfriend
with
thought.
that being said, if I could get our three contestants to go ahead and request the box, I will slowly begin to explain what we do on this crazy little show. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cinema Score. What we do on this show is we pick a movie and we talk about that movie. We go on the internet and figure out what the internet critics and the internet audience scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100. Whoever is the actual closest to the internet score gets a point and they get to pick the next movie. The only thing about picking the next movie is that the other two contestants have got to be familiar with the movie. It can't just be some random movie you saw with your cousin last Thursday night. So, if the other two contestants could kindly request the box, that would be awesome. We could get the show on the road. I saw you both join. I know you're probably shy and you want to be the last one in, but it's just you just gotta bite the bullet sometimes.
What's up, buddy?
Bunny,
What's up, dude?
Hi.
Rich, hello,
What's going on?
and I saw Riot Maker join. Ooh, I saw him come in. I saw it.
That's not fair. I don't have an avatar.
Some you gotta pay extra. You gotta pay extra for that. There, Lucky. How you doing, brother?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can help you with the avatar too, Lucky. Just let me know.
Well,
I'm
we're
just messing
still
with
waiting
you.
for the last contestant here. So while we're doing that, why don't you two go ahead and introduce yourself just for a second?
Go ahead,
Hey,
man.
I'm Bunny. I stream at random. I like to host auctions and events sometimes. You can find all that on my IG. And I'm actually playing alongside two of my favorite people tonight, but they're still gonna go down.
Still gonna go down.
Of the confidence. Love it,
Make
love it. Rich, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
uh, I'm Rich Lucky, the Love Leprechaun on the app. I stream. I stream randomly. Having a big birthday celebration in June, which boy's gonna be DJing, and I appreciate that. And yeah, and that's it.
And last but not least, we got Riot Maker. Hello, how we doing? Please introduce yourself.
I am Riot Maker. I come with a caution sign for a reason. Um, I was sorry I was late. I was taking my last dab, but I was here the whole time.
Well, we just had to get you up. That's all there was to that. Now, before we start, does anybody have any questions about the show?
Everybody good?
Silence is golden in this world. All right, Creature. Why don't you go ahead and hit us off with our first movie to get us underway?
Hey, man. I thought a good one for this week to start off with would be 40-Year-Old Virgin, and we haven't done it in a long time.
Ooh, are we all good? Everybody, thumbs up for 30-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, I can't. No, wait, there it is.
I was gonna say, wait, can you thumbs up? I thought about that for a second after I said it.
Can you do that again? That was cool.
All right. It'll start with you, though, money. So what do you remember from 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Am I talking about the movie or giving the rating?
Yeah, you
Talking
talk.
So
about it?
we talk about the movie, either what you remember, your favorite scene, anything like that, and then you score it.
That movie was funny, a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, but I remember watching it. I think I was a teenager whenever I watched it the first time. I think my favorite scene is whenever he got his hair waxed off his chest. That was hilarious.
They said it was
That
real.
is a good one.
They said that was real. Like legit, him legit yelling was real.
It had to have been. The reaction was too good for it not to be.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Ah, Kelly Clarkson.
I'm going to say the critics probably rated it maybe 85, maybe. And then I'm going to say after people watched it and seen it was good, I say it probably went up in the 90 area. 85, 90.
You're gonna go 85, 90.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Rich, what's your favorite scene? What you remember, brother?
I just remember it's funny shit. I remember
Watch your language. Watch your language.
Watch the language.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
It was
good.
okay, no worries.
But
it happens.
I think the critics rated it like 80, and fans rated 96.
All right, Maker.
It was a very hilarious movie. I feel like the critics probably rated it like an 85. I feel like the people probably gave it like a 90.
All right, I heard 90.
85, 95.
We'll go with like 90. We'll call it
All right, so Bunny had the exact score of 85, 90. So you just have to change one of your scores by one number.
91.
Damn.
85, 91. Okay. All right. That'll work. We can make that one work. Yes, for sure.
I mean, those are really good numbers to go off of right there because the critics gave this an 85%. The audience gave it an 84%.
Damn.
Winning by literally 1 point to start it off is Bunny. Bunny, welcome to the board.
Yay.
You get to pick the next movie.
I want to do this one, but I want to make sure they've seen it first because it's an older one. But I don't think I've heard it mentioned on your show yet, which I watch a lot. The Outsiders. Have y'all seen The Outsiders?
Stay gold, Pony Boy.
Yes.
It's been a long time if we have, to be honest with you.
I
Outside.
saw that in like 6th grade.
I don't remember that movie. I know.
I think we're gonna have to go strike one there, Bunny.
Okay. Sandlot then. I know everyone's seen Sandlot.
Oh, The Sandlot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say critics probably rated
Whoa! I love your enthusiasm. But what do you remember about The Sandlot?
it. I thought it was funny, a good little put together about not giving up. They were all playing baseball and it was a good movie.
All right.
Now are you ready for my scores?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go with 78, 84.
78, 84.
Yes. That's correct. Yes.
All right.
Rich.
I just remember like the all the balls that went over the fence. They were scared of a big monster until the end.
The Beast.
Yeah, that was a classic.
You gotta go get it.
I'll give it I think the critics probably gave it like a 68, and the fans gave it like a 82.
82.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. 68, 82. All right, right,
All right,
Maker.
Ryan Maker, what do you remember?
That was probably one of my favorite movies growing up. The whole reason why I started playing baseball in the first place.
Hey, Ryan Maker, can I offer you some more?
Huh?
Can I offer you some more?
Some more?
Yeah, some more.
More. But it's probably my main reason why I play baseball. My favorite scene in the movie was when he brought out the Chucks to jump the fence and steal the ball from the dog. I'd say they probably gave it like 75 critics, and fans probably gave it like mm, somewhere between a 75
Which one to go with on that one?
80.
80 for the audience. Yeah, you're good in that. Okay. It's actually kind of you squeezed yourself right back on in there with that one. So, yeah, you're sticking right with.
He just literally squeezed him right. He squeezed himself right in the middle there.
That's what I looked at. I said, uh-huh.
The critics gave the movie Sandlot a 66%.
Ooh, that was close.
The audience, on the other hand, gave it an 89%. Lucky. Getting lucky and getting on the board.
Lucky, well, so lucky though.
Rich, welcome to the board, bud.
Yeah.
Now, Rich, right before you pick your movie, would you mind if I just hit the promo real quick?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cinema Score, your boy and creature feature show. I'm boy, that's my favorite creature. What we do on the show is we talk about movies. We go on the internet and figure out what the internet critics think. I always score these movies on a scale of 0 to 100. We're sticking around in the next 30 minutes. We're going to get to a rapid fire round. We're going to stop talking about movies and start scoring them. If you'd like to be on the show, you might wonderful items. We've got a bunch of and maybe. All right, go ahead.
I'll try this again. Last time I tried, no way saw it. Dazed to Confused. Has anybody seen Dazed to Confused?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't tried it, so man. What y'all got? What you got, buddy? Yeah.
I want to see Buddy's thumbs up.
That's what
I've seen it. It's been a long time, but I'm still willing to give it a go for you, Lucky.
I want to see the thumbs up.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay, 1 second.
Thank you. We have
I
to have confirmation from all streamers.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh.
That's a classic. Anyway.
All right. Strike
got
one.
mine.
Sorry, buddy.
Let's do Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. Have you guys seen that?
Ryan, are you good with Nightmare on Elm Street?
Love it.
That's good.
Come on, Ryan. You could
Oh
have.
my god, that might be my favorite thing I've seen on the show ever. Okay, Rich, what do you remember from Nightmare?
The next time I get one right, I'll do a little dance for y'all too. Is that good?
Oh, okay.
All right. Start off with you, Rich. Yeah.
No, that's a pinnacle movie, man. That's like what that still scares me if I watch it at nighttime by myself in the dark, man. That movie was really like well made. Like, at least the first one. The other ones got silly, but that one was like crazy with Freddy and all that.
Oh yeah,
So I think
I love it.
I think
What do you think Robert Englund got this movie a score of by the critics?
I think the critics gave it 63, and the fans probably gave it an 85. Yeah, I'll try that.
All right. Okay. Right.
Um, I know I've seen the movie. I don't really remember a whole lot. Um, but like Freddy is one of the few uh horror characters that like I like. Um,
What
and
is it about him that you like?
just the fact that like the way that they played the character out throughout the movie, right?
Okay.
Because most horror films are like things that are unbelievable, shouldn't happen, they happen anyway. The Nightmare on Elm Street like tackled those things. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in a dreamland, so all this shit that he does is like
Watch the
literally
language, please.
possible. Yeah, my language. All the
It's
stuff
okay.
that he does is literally possible. You know what I mean? So like it's one of the few movies they tackled all of the inconsistencies that you might find.
Oh, I
I didn't
love
really
that.
find
That's a
many of
great
that.
take on that.
Um, I would
All
say
right,
they
what do you think the critics scored this
critics
movie?
critics probably gave it. I want to say like a 82 ish.
A what?
82.
He said 82.
I think the fans probably gave it like a 88.
82, 88. Money.
All right, so what I remember about the movie was it was really good. Even the dreams seemed like I remember when they go to dream and the way they would drink the coffee to try to stay awake, and that's whenever I first noticed I had a crush on Johnny Depp, and then they had to go and break my heart all at the same time.
Johnny Depp's first movie ever.
Yes, and I'm trying to think. Critics probably what was their scores again? What did they give? I don't want to give the same
Oh,
one.
here we go.
82, 88.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 74 for critics, and then for the fans, I'm gonna shoot a little higher and go with 90.
Okay. Squeezed in there. I like it. I like it. Very strategic.
I'm just gonna scooch in right here.
Very
The
strategic.
critics gave Nightmare a Nightmare on Elm Street a 94%.
Eesh.
Wow, that was high for the critics. Good lord. That is really high for the critics.
The audience gave it an 84%. Right, Maker. Welcome to the board, my guy.
Congrats. Everybody on the board. Let's go.
Now it's a game. Once everybody's on the board, now it's a game.
That stage just gets started. Just wait the last 15 minutes. That's when it really gets on. All right.
Right, Maker, welcome to the board. You get to pick the next movie.
Just as long as you're not looking at my paper, we're good.
Oh, I'm looking at a wall right here.
Rub the furry wall.
Rub the furry wall.
I'm gonna I gotta go with Fast and the Furious, the very first.
Which one?
The
What'd you say?
very first Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
The Fast and the Furious.
Yes. Love that movie. All right. So the very first one. First thing.
Everybody good?
That one is that orange car, whatever. What was it like? An orange? That's the first thing that pops in my head when I think about that movie. I swear. Go ahead, Ryan.
Right.
Or is Bunny not good?
Break it down for us. What do you love about it?
I never saw the.
That movie is the one that did it for me for cars the most. Really set the precedent on how I perceive like what driving should feel like and be like in reality. Like
just wide open.
Well, no, not like wide open, but like the skill levels, like the skills that were presented. Like, for example, Dom schooled on how to drive, right? and then Brian schools you on how to not have fear when you're driving. You know what I mean? And showed how to take those skills and really lay them to the track.
Yeah, but I almost
Um,
had you. I almost had you.
yes, yes, I almost had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
That's right.
There it is. Yeah.
My favorite scene was that race. When Brian finished and he was like, "I almost had you." Like, that was my favorite scene of the movie. Because that's where he showed his level of confidence and the fact that he was coming back.
Yeah.
I would say critics probably gave it like an 84. I'm gonna say fans probably gave it a 94.
Oh, another 84?
84, 94.
84, 94. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Winnie.
All right, so it's been a while since I watched that movie. Trying to think of my favorite scene. It's probably there at the end whenever they all get together. They all come together. I remember being iffy watching it at first because they started it out with him being, snitch. So I remember being real iffy on it the first time I watched it. If I was to go with the ratings, I would probably say critics probably gave it because it was a big thing. I remember it was a big movie. I'm gonna. Oh, I thought you were. Okay, I'm gonna say. What was your score? What did you say, Riot?
We had an
Oh,
84-94 from
that.
84-94. I'm gonna go with 86-92 then.
86, 92.
Oh, she's squeezing in there.
She said, "No, I'm gonna make it even tighter this time."
Not today.
I don't remember much of the movie. I know it was exciting. That's the only one I actually watched. So, I think the critics gave it like a 60, and the fans gave it like 88.
Wow, you think the critics went that low on it? Well, it was the first one too, though. Yeah, it was the first one. So, gosh, how many have they made since?
9 or 10.
I've not seen any of them since Fast Five, to be honest with you.
There's 10 in total.
Since Paul died, I haven't watched any of them.
Same, your boy. That's when I quit.
That won't work.
It's been a long day. The critics gave The Fast and the Furious, which, by the way, came out in 2001.
How long was that movie?
01.
1 hour and 47 minutes. The critics gave this movie a whopping 55%. The audience gave it a 74%. Rich is lucky again.
Get there. All right, Rich. It will be. Yeah, we could do one, or you can hit the promo now. It don't matter, brother. Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Cinema Score, Creature, your boy, movies, scores, internets. Want to be on the show? Jay, Van B. Yay.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a rapid fire round at the end, but we stop talking about.
I forgot that. Shoot.
But it'll start with you, Rich. What you got in mind, listen, brother?
Movie.
When you think of a movie, y'all can always defer to one of us. You know what I mean? So just
Billy Madison.
Classic.
Anybody seen Billy Madison?
Is that the one where he had to go to school again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that you should. If you're gonna say no now, you can't say no. You might as well fire that.
That's my favorite Adam Sandler movie. That movie has me lunching out, man. I cannot smoke and watch that. I'll just can't stop.
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair.
Exactly. But yeah, that was just a great movie, man. That was just a good movie. There was not a funny scene on that whole movie. So, but critics are always hard on some of these comedies. So, I'll probably say like a 58 by critics and an 85 by the fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those numbers, right?
It's good scores.
What did he say again?
What?
He was talking about how he liked how silly
the
the movie
scores,
was,
scores.
and
Yeah, what did the score he say again?
no, you can talk about the movie, then ask about the scores.
That's probably that Adam Sandler movie had me laughing like the longest out of all of them, for sure. I guess my favorite thing about it was that he did go back, he did accomplish it, and like his friends still stuck around throughout all of that.
I like it. All right, see, there we go. See, now you can ask what the scores were.
What were the scores that he said?
Oh, okay. I'd be glad to tell you they were a 58 and an 85.
Let's go with a cool 67 from the critics, and we'll say 89 from
89 for the audience. That time, yep. All right.
Not bad. There you go. There you go. I like it.
What I remember about
All
the
right,
movie.
there, Bunny. Bring us home.
Okay, what I remember about the movie was it was really funny, especially seeing a grown man as immature as he was going back to grade school. That was great. I think the elementary scenes was my favorite in all of them. Now for the scores, I'm gonna go with 73-83.
Okay. 23-83. All right.
Well, Bunny,
She's still
here's the
squeezing
thing.
right in there, right? I'm just telling you.
Bunny, you claim to be a big fan of the show. And if you were a big fan of the show, you would know there's one thing that the critics don't like.
Odd
And that's
numbers.
Adam Sandler movies.
I was gonna say odd numbers.
The critics gave this movie a 41%.
Oh, gee.
The audience gave it a 79%. Rich is back on the board again.
It seriously will break your heart hearing the scores to Adam Sandler movies.
I know, man.
It is horrible. It is horrible.
Critics are bad with some of these.
All right, Rick, what you got in mind?
We'll do an action movie. The first Spider-Man. You guys seen it?
With Tobey Maguire?
I love it every time. You good, right?
I'm trying to remember which one that was.
That was
The
again
first one. Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe,
William Dafoe.
Green Goblin.
I feel like it's the best one.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not bad. It's not the worst one, that's for sure.
Definitely not the worst one. All right, break us down here, Rich. What do you love about this movie?
I just love. I mean, Spider-Man is my favorite character. So when they finally started doing they could do like thousands of Spider-Man movies with all the villains he has. But and a quick shout out to the Craven movie. That's a good movie. You gotta watch that Craven movie on Netflix. Anyway, about Craven the Hunter, that's really good. Um, but so I love Green Goblin. William Dafoe was a beast on that movie. Um, I just love that movie. So, and I think the critics gave it like a 89, and the fans gave it a probably 98. Everybody's waiting for that movie to come out. So,
Very, very high on it. Riot. What do you remember?
I was really excited to watch that movie because I had the comic for the Green Goblin, Spider-Man, multiple
Hell
different
yeah.
versions, in fact. Um, and my favorite thing about it, I guess, would be how they kept the technology like pretty what's the word, modern. You know what I'm saying? For like when it came out, it wasn't like too far advanced to be.
Oh, the CGI and stuff.
Yeah, like just in general, like the and where they tech was at the time in the movie.
Yeah, at the time, sure.
I would have to say they probably rated it. I want to say the critics probably gave it a 76. I think the fans probably gave it like a 86.
76 and then 86. Bunny. What do you know? Sure.
All right. What do I remember from the movie? I remember I was the teenage girl watching this. I was more caught into the love story in between him and Mary. I really did like it. I'm just gonna throw a score out there because I'm not real good whenever it comes to Marvel movies, so I'm gonna say 80-80.
80. All right. Right there in the middle. Right smack down in the middle. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. This one is for surely going to be interesting. Yeah, you did take my movie there, Lucky.
oh man, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just messing. You're good, man. You're good. It always is at least a couple get taken every week. I'm fortunate one don't get taken.
The critics gave Spider-Man a 90%.
Oh shit.
All over it, Rich.
The audience gave Spider-Man a 67%. Bunny with another point.
Okay, does that mean
Oh
I
yeah,
get?
let's see that little dance you got. Let's see that little
let's see
dance
this
you
little
got.
Dance. See this
All
little
right,
dance.
here we go.
Here we
She's
go.
gonna do the Macarena for you guys. There we go.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Macarena.
All right.
I love it. That's funny. All right, Bunny. So what do you think about?
I'm gonna take it back. I'm hoping y'all have seen it because it's one of my favorite childhood movies. Oliver and Company, Disney movie.
Woo, that's going way back.
Yes, Oliver and Company. The little orange
Yes,
cat.
yes, yes.
Oliver and Company. What was that about again?
The little orange cat.
Oh yeah, okay. I saw it a long time ago.
Okay.
In this animated, updated classic Oliver Twist tale, Oliver is an orphan kitten taken by a gang of thieving dogs led by Cavalier Canine Dodger and owned by down and out pocketed Fagini. While pulling a job in the streets of New York City, Oliver winds up being adopted by a rich girl, Jenny, and landing on the easy street. But through a series of events, a loan shark threatens the peaceful new arrangement. All right, buddy, what's your favorite scene?
Favorite scene is probably whenever Oliver first meets gosh, I can't even think of his name now. The dog. The dog's like the top dog and they're running through and
Dodger.
yes, Dodger, and he's telling him about how it works in the streets. I remember I loved that little song. They steal the hot dogs from the guy, all that. That was my favorite. My least favorite is whenever they made it look like Dodger and Oliver died. Okay? Did not like that. Alright, so thanking Disney and thinking back when it was and how good the animation was. I'm gonna say the critics probably gave it an 85. Audience probably went 93 ish.
Okay.
Setting the bar high.
All right, I'm not gonna pretend like I remember much of it, but I've seen it. I'll just rate it. I think the critics gave it a 78, and the fans gave it an 85.
You remember anything from it, Ryan?
I think my favorite part about was the fact that even though Oliver so little and scared, for the most part, he tracked on like he was fearless and he didn't give up. Critics probably gave it like I want to say critics probably gave it like an 84. I feel like fans probably would have gave it like a 80.
$80?
84 and 82.
The critics gave Oliver and Company a 53%.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
The audience gave Oliver and Company a 62%. Rich Lucky hitting another one.
Oh my god, I need to do lottery after this.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Played a lottery. Played a lottery after this for sure. All right, Rich, what you got on your mind?
Let's see. What's that? Can we do Lost Boys? Does anybody know what Lost Boys is?
Love that movie. Thumbs up there.
Love that
Ryan
movie.
Maker, Lost Boys?
Yeah. Okay. That's a classic. That's one of my top 20 movies of all time. I mean, what's
break it down. Why do you love it?
Kiefer Sutherland was in it, and that's just a good, well-made movie about the him and his gang come in, they wreck up shop in that town.
His gang? You mean vampires?
Yeah, gang of vampires. That was just a good movie. The soundtrack was awesome. That was just a well-made movie. Yeah, I forget how that song went, but that was a good song. I need to watch it again. They were gonna remake that movie. Thank God they didn't.
You can't do that scene with the motorcycles on the beach anymore because it became a national. The Santa Cruz Beach is a national park now. So I remember watching that movie and seeing them riding the motorcycles on the beach, going, "Oh, you can't do that."
Yeah, I remember that scene. So I think the critics gave it like a 80%, and the fans probably gave it like a 87%.
Okay. All right. 80, 87. Right.
That was probably one of my favorite growing up too. Um, I don't know. I think it had something to do more about the fact that like they were wild kids with dirt bikes and stuff. Like, I ended up being the same way without a dirt bike. Um, I would say that my favorite thing about the movie was the fact that the brothers, like at the end, like they held together and you know everybody made it. Um, I want to say the critics probably gave it like a 76. I feel like the fans probably gave it like a 80, 80.
80 on the head. All right, buddy.
First off, I think this movie is what started my love for vampires, to be honest with you. I love that movie so much. My favorite part would probably be whenever they tried to sabotage the mom's quote unquote date, whatever, with the garlic. That was great. If I was to throw out a rating, I'm gonna say the critics probably didn't rate it very well. So I'm gonna go with 65. And I'm gonna say the audience has 70 been gave.
It don't matter.
You can give it if you want.
Okay, go with 73. 65, 73.
73. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, you can have one number the same as someone just
This is definitely our closest one of the night. Between the three of you, this was decided by 6 points.
Wow. Let's go, guys. Y'all are all on it.
The critics gave this movie a 75%.
Okay, so the audience gonna give it something different. Uh-oh.
The audience gave this movie an 85%. Winning by 1 point is Riot Maker.
Yeah.
Of course.
There you go. All right, brother. Hit the
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the normal part of Cinema Score. Welcome to Cinema Score. I am your boy, that is Creature. This is our show. We are now going into the rapid fire round. We're going to stop talking about these movies and we're just going to start scoring them. If you stuck around and your favorite streamer is still in here, definitely watch. We've seen some epic comebacks happen here. So from here on out, Creature is going to be picking the movies and you guys are just going to be laying out numbers and I'm going to have to do a lot of math.
It'll be all right. Right, it'll start with you, Riot Maker, okay? Being you the first one. All right. So, I don't think that we've done this movie in a long while. So, let's try this one also. Pet Cemetery?
Good one.
Yeah, very good one. Everybody good? Everybody good? All right. Starts with you, right?
I'm gonna go with 68 and 75.
Okay. Bunny.
80 and then 86.
80 to 86. Rich.
75 and 82.
80, 75, 82. Hey, I
The
thought
critics gave this movie a whopping
Oh
56%.
my gosh.
The audience gave it a 60%.
Oh.
Back to back. Riot Maker, let's go.
All right. Let's go with Ace Ventura. All right, let's start off with you again, right?
Let's go with 77 and 87.
77 and 87. Bunny.
I'm gonna go with 60, just because it's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And then for the audience, I'm gonna go with 80.
60, 65 and 78.
65. All right. 65, 78. All right, it's pretty tight right here. Actually, pretty close, fellas and ladies. Yeah, you remember? You know what I'm talking about? What I keep talking about, Lucky? I'll tell you later if you don't know.
The critics gave Ace Ventura a 48%. The audience gave it a 57%. Bunny with the point.
That's horrible, y'all.
Woo, it's getting close here at the end.
I actually saw this one in the chat earlier. I wanted to do it just because I try to pick one from the chat every week. Now, but I started trying to do that. But let's do Jumanji.
Hey, that was a good one. I remember it was a big movie, Robin Williams. I'm gonna give it an critics 86, audience a 92.
86, 92.
86, 92? Okay.
Critics 77, audience 85.
77, 85. Okay. All right. Right.
I'm gonna go with 80 and a 90.
80 and a 90. This is face for me. Yeah. The Lucky Snipe.
The critics gave this movie a 52%.
52.
The audience gave this movie a 63%. Just being the lowest of all three of you, Rich gets the point.
Most definitely. All right. All right, let's go with y'all are pretty good with movies, I can tell. So let's go. One of my great favorite movies. It's kind of old. I'm sure y'all probably know it. Con Air.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Nicolas Cage. Yes. All right, there we go, buddy.
But
Is that a first? Is that a first?
It's not the first. No, I have got it to work. I have got it to work one time before. Yes. But these are good. These are good contestants. They know their movies, so I'm awesome. All right, Richard, let's start.
It is on Rich.
those action movies, they don't get great reviews. I'll say six. I'll say a 58 from the critics and 80 from the fans.
I'm gonna hope that you're wrong on that. Just saying. I'm gonna hope you are because that movie was awesome.
That was a good movie.
I'm gonna say critics probably gave that like a 74, and fans probably gave it like 84.
Okay.
Just because I love Nicolas Cage, I'm going to say 80, 88.
80, 88. The Blake 88 in the building.
You can't go with your heart on these. The critics gave Con Air a 58%. The audience gave it a 75%. Damn near Rich almost nailed it.
Okay,
No,
so all the actors I love, I'm just gonna score them really low. Got it.
Oh, you almost nailed that one. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, y'all. I like picking these movies with y'all. I don't have to go the easy route. Okay, let's do okay, sorry, I'm trying to hurry up. Let's just go with Saw.
Saw number 1.
Whichever one y'all want to go with. How about that? You know what I mean? If y'all want to, you know what I mean? If y'all want to,
Yeah,
The
we
only
all
I've
one-
seen them
whatever
all.
series.
I only like the first one, so that's good. I say Saul probably got because it was different. I think the critics might have liked it. They might have given it like a 77, and the fans probably gave it an 82.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like the critics might have gave it like 74.
74. Okay.
Fans probably gave it more like 85.
I was about to say, he goes exactly what he said last time. You said 74, 84 last time.
I was low key waiting for it, bro. On my mama.
All right, I'm gonna go with 75, 84.
Oh!
That's really close.
She just put you got pretty much nailed it now, right? She just put you in the blender. I'm just saying.
Thank you, Bunny.
Well, this gets interesting. The critics gave this movie a 50%.
Jeez.
The audience gave this movie an 84%. With a tie, Bunny and Riot both get a point. Talk about jumping up right there.
She assured that she was not going to lose that one. Put it that way.
I'm going to squeeze myself in.
That was squeezed.
Thanks for over. I had to do something, and
Okay.
that was strategic. I went with it.
Let's go with the movie Austin Powers. We have not done that in a while. All right. Yeah. All right. It'll start. Last one to score would have been Bunny. So start with you, Bunny.
All right. Just because I like the movie, I'm going to shoot low. I'm going to go with 70, 82.
All right. Rich.
Austin Powers is a different type of comedy. It might have been a little better score, like 76, 88.
76 and a what?
88.
Yeah, I figured y'all would have fun with this one because it's a little bit harder to, score.
I'm gonna say 60-80.
60-80? Okay. You know how those Austin Powers movies are, and stuff like that. You never know what the critics are gonna score them. You know what I mean?
The critics gave this movie a 73%.
I'm
The
surprised.
audience gave this movie a 77%. Bunny with the point.
Do the
I am
dance.
surprised.
Do the dance. Woo, 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 woo.
I am very surprised that it was that high. I'm just saying. I am
Oh,
very
there you go.
okay. All right. We're gonna go. We got time. We got time for one more maybe. All right. Let's go with Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise.
Okay, it's been forever since I've seen it, but I remember it was a bigger movie, so I'm going to go with 78, 84.
78. Yeah, definitely a big movie. They're making a new one right now. They're about to have a new one come out, and I think it's only going to be in theaters for Thursday, and then you got to watch it on Paramount Plus. So watch it. That's what's going to be the new trend.
I'd say 74, 85.
74, 85. Right. What you got?
73, 79.
What was your first number?
73, 79.
73, 79. Okay.
The critics gave this movie a 65%. The audience gave this movie a 71%. Riot Maker with the point. Listen, Bunny and Riot Maker, listen to me very carefully. You cannot let Rich get this one.
Okay.
You cannot let him get this one.
All right. So take down the leprechaun. Got it.
All right. What? Yeah. Riot Maker and Bunny.
Where's Caretaker when I need him?
Decide this right now. Yep, that's exactly right. Okay, let's go with one. Let's go with one that I know y'all are familiar with, and it should be a little bit harder to rate. So let's go with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, great movie.
All right, it'll start with you, right?
Let's go with 65 and 78.
Okay, 65 and a 78. All right, Bunny.
All right. The last Robin Williams movie didn't score too well, so I'm gonna go with 72-82.
And you still scored it well.
Yeah, this was a great movie, so I think this would get high ratings. I'm saying like 82 by the critics and 85 by the fans.
82, 85. Okay.
The critics gave Mrs. Doubtfire, which I don't know if you guys knew came out in 1993. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's as old as me.
A 71.
You good now?
A 71%.
Jeez.
The audience gave this movie, which by the way is 2 hours and 5 minutes, kind of long if you think about it for a movie.
We're getting up there to Titanic numbers.
A 77%, winning by 1 point and taking this whole game into overtime is Bunny. Now, Riot, don't get bummed out here. We're going into overtime. But if you go 2 for 2, you win. If Rich or Bunny get the next one, it's over. But if you go 2 for 2, you win.
Yeah, right, Mike. Everybody still has a chance to win this. So, all right. Despicable Me.
Oh.
Good? Everybody good?
Oh, my. That's a good one.
Okay, Bunny, start off with you.
All right. I'm trying to think smart here. I'm going to go 80-85.
80-85. Okay. All right.
83, 80, 83, 88.
83 and 8. All right.
79, 89.
What's your first number?
79, 89.
I thought she said 89, 89.
All right. 79, 89. Okay. Squeeze her box there on in there, huh? You boxed both of them in on that one. I like that. Nice move, right? Nice move. I like that. Very good move. Very good move. They got to be in between them numbers to get it now.
The critics gave Despicable Me an 80%.
Uh-oh. Nice hit on the head there, buddy.
The audience gave Despicable Me, which, came out in 2010. It's a really good movie. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it.
Hey.
Critics gave this movie an 83%. 100% making our winner tonight, Bunny.
Let's
He
do the
meant to
Bucks
say-
Now,
again.
Riot Maker,
Woo!
He meant to
Riot
say the
Maker, if
audience,
you have
y'all.
anything, or Creature,
Hold
what do you
on.
have coming up that we need to know about?
Y'all, he meant to say the audience gave it that because he had already said what the critics gave. Just so everybody.
Sorry.
So everybody didn't think that he gave the critic score twice. Just saying. So, congrats, Bunny. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you know what I mean. Everybody's got everybody faved. If you fave me, and you say it in the chat, I will fave you back. And I appreciate y'all participating in the show. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all, I'm running off of no sleep. So, y'all have a wonderful
Man's
night.
got to go to work.
Thank you.
But Riot
Good night.
Maker, on one of the best shows we've had in a long time, now that I can have a second here together, one of the best shows we've had in months. This has literally been one of my favorite shows that we've had. You guys are all welcome back. But Riot Maker, please let us know what you have coming up on the app that we should know about.
I actually don't think I have anything coming up on the app, except for next month. Not sure what the date is, but whatever the first Sunday of June, Queen Me's push-up competition. It's gonna be my last chance to take the gold.
All right. Rich, anything we need to know about you coming up?
Just my birthday celebration, June 11th. It's a Wednesday, but I'm gonna be rocking it with good people. And I have an auction. I have Bunny's auction on June 26th. Bunny, 25th,
The 28th.
28th.
It's my birthday auction.
Yeah, close enough.
I was close, yeah, but yeah, that's all. I might do a cosplay here and there around the way, but won't be around for Memorial Day weekend. But I hope you guys all have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And last but not least, El Campeón Bunny! What? No, Vampy, shut the hell up.
All right. So, as I was saying earlier, I stream here and there. It's usually during middays now. On Mondays, I'm no longer your Not Owl streamer. I've got a battle coming up June 5th, which is my birthday month too. So if y'all want to spoil me, please do it then. I'm hosting a auction June 28th, and I'm in a couple auctions before then. You can find all of that on my IG, which is linked to my bio. I think that's it.
Awesome. And with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead. You guys, this was an awesome show. And Vampy, you shut the hell up.
I'm a
It's
gangster,
not the
Vampy.
contestants, it's the way the show goes. You never know. You could have three of the most amazing people that you love, and the show is a total shit show.
Tauruses are crazy.
But sometimes you put three people together, and you're like, oh my God, who would have thought this would have happened? You never know. And that's why every time we do this show, no excuses, play like a champion. Let me play the gosh darn outro song. With that being said, it's Cinema Squad Game Show!
Oh, it's after 11. Yes, I'm heading out now.
And then after this, guys, in about 52 minutes, make sure you check out Vampy's featured show, Vampy's Melody Madness, Music Madness. Shit, I always get high and forget. Hold on.
I need y'all to get me back on Vampy's show.
Melody
I-
Madness, check it out. It's awesome. Amazing show. I'm on it for like 10 seconds. But
All right, y'all. I gotta go.
All right. Thanks for having me, you boy. It was fun.
Thank you, boy.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
Yay! Now I can get. Wait, no, I can't get